In other news, $1 billion blowout. The true cost understated, the economic benefits overstated. These are the findings from a damning report into Hobart's new AFL stadium. So, can Tasmanians afford to foot the bill?
There is a widespread concern that the AFL has been bullying Tasmania, and I must say I came to the same conclusion.
The Tasmanian Devils, the AFL's 19th team, set to take the field in 2028 after spending more than 30 years trying to break in.
This has been a hard fight.
But the AFL attached a condition to the Tassie team's hard-fought entry, a brand new waterfront stadium in Hobart to seat 23,000.
This is the biggest moment in Tasmanian football, guaranteed.
The state government insists the stadium will cost $775 million. The AFL chipping in $15 million, the federal government $240 million. The rest coming from private investment, with the state vowing its contribution is capped at $375 million.
$375 million is what we're committed to, and as Bob said, not a red cent more.
But not everyone is buying what the AFL is selling.
What does Tassie want?
Tasmanians have had a bloody gutful over your stadium, and you can stick it up your bum.
A 19th club in Tasmania, for Tasmania, uniting Tasmania.
Personally, I think it's a lot of money.
To have it all come down to kicking a bag of wind around, I shake my head.
Now, another blow. A report from independent economist Nicholas Gruen, commissioned by the Tasmanian government as part of a deal with the Jacqui Lambie network to secure power. It's found a likely construction cost blowout and a final price tag of more than $1 billion. The true bill to Tassie taxpayers, $785 million. That's $1,380 per Tasmanian.
For every dollar of cost, you get 44 cents of benefit.
The report also finding issues with the location.
There are sites that are not as expensive as that would be effective.
But the state government is insisting it's full steam ahead.
Mr Gruen's report was commissioned on behalf of the Jacqui Lambie network, which has always opposed the stadium, and is his opinion. The stadium stacks up.
The AFL should ask itself what I call the Spice Girls question, which is, tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Wow. We want to talk to Jacqui Lambie. She's with us now. Jacqui, it's good to see you. This report, it's pretty damning. What's your message to the AFL?
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Damning? Damning? It's beyond damning. It's an absolute disgrace. I tell you what, when they first said this was going to put the costings out there, most Tasmanians just laughed and said, you've got to be kidding, right? And putting the stadium where it is and giving the RSL a guarantee it won't be in their line of sight, which has absolutely been called out. It is absolute rubbish, and Tasmanians can't afford it, I can tell you that much. It really blows me away. We have this great football park, and it's at York Park. It's in Launceston. It is the centre of Tasmania. We should have the AFL Academy there, so everyone's got a 2-hour trip. That's it. But making us, from this side, go all the way down there, and the expense overnight for those kids, a lot of these kids up here, especially this end, are never going to get the opportunity to be able to afford to go down and watch the Devils in the first place. So, quite frankly, the AFL, they can go and stick it fair where it fits. I'll say that right now. The Premier of Tasmania needs to get off his backside, mate, and he needs to go back to the table and say that deal that you threw at us, that was absolute rubbish. It is never a deal that's been done with any other state. They completely come in and over-asked. I actually think they came in as a joke and said there's no way the Tasmanian State Parliament will bite at this. So what to do? The government bit straight at it, and we have been completely ripped off. And quite frankly, if the Premier doesn't want to go and sit at the table with those AFL kingpins, then I bloody will, because quite frankly, I want a much better deal done for the state of Tasmania, and I want to see roofs on people's heads down here, not roofs on a stadium.
So is that your alternative solution, Jacqui? We play in Launceston. Like, what are you bringing to the table as a different scenario as opposed to the new stadium?
Yeah, that is my solution. We know that we're in an economic, we're not in a good economic situation down here over the next 10 years. So quite frankly, we're all used to going to York Park. Everybody's happy to drive a couple of hours. It's great for Launceston. The thing is too, if people get into Launceston, it may make them come down the west coast rather than going to Hobart or down the east coast. Right now when they land in Hobart, they don't usually leave Hobart. They go to Hobart, they spend their money, they get on a plane, they go back. I just believe it's always been in Launceston. It's the third or fourth best AFL ground in the country. Wow, so much money saved right now, and we need that in Tasmania.
Well, Jacqui, the government says the stadium and, in fact, the entire Macquarie Point urban renewal project will be a game changer. It's going to create jobs, boost the economy. Do you agree with that? Is that not a good thing?
I think if you see the report, I don't see that beaming out of it, baby. I can assure you that right now. I don't see those investors lining up at the front door, honestly. You know, it's like beam me up, Scotty stuff, this stuff. Honestly, it is a lovely pipe dream to have a great stadium. You know, we're not getting Taylor Swift concerts and that down here, guys. It's about 25,000 seats.
Jacqui, my understanding is, though, that the franchise licence for the Devils is dependent on there being a new stadium. So if we scrap the stadium completely, are you willing to lose the team?
You know what? That comes down to the bullies of the AFL, whether those men are going to back it off and take some of those conditions off the table. And that's all it comes down to. Some city-slicking, white-shirted men that are deciding what's best for Tasmania, what's not best for bloody Tasmania. So go back to the drawing board. We want our team and we want something, a cheaper option on the... That's what we want and that's what Tasmania needs.
Have you heard from Andrew Dillon, Jacqui, the CEO of the AFL?
No, mate, no, I haven't, unfortunately. I thought maybe I'd get a lunch date. Seriously, if the Premier can't go to the table and put his big boy pants on and get some of those conditions lifted so it's economically more stable and beneficial for Tasmania, then quite frankly, you probably shouldn't be Premier.
Well, Jacqui, the AFL often get what they want. They're very powerful, as you've highlighted just there. If Tasmania does get a team and the new stadium is built...
Yeah, but mate, honestly, I have to be honest with you.
Yes.
I don't give a stuff how powerful they are. You're talking to Jacqui Lambie here. She don't give a shit. Okay, I don't care. My job is to see what's best for the nation and best for the country. That's my job. So I don't care.
Jacqui,
go and put your big shirts on and come and take Jacqui Lambie across the table.
I am not building the stadium.
Until I get a better deal
I need you to know
the state of Tasmania. That's right. Get me at the table with them, big boy.
So, Jacqui, if it does get built, will you boycott the stadium?
If it gets built, I doubt very much the way this state government's going, even if it was to be built, it'd be built in my lifetime, big boy, to be honest with you. It's a bloody disaster.
Thank you for calling me big boy.
Yeah, calm down. Put the ego back in the paper bag. Calm down.
It's too much to contain, Jacqui. It's too much. Yeah, Jacqui, you've made Sam's night, his life.
Made my 2025.
Thanks for chatting.
He wouldn't be the first bloke. He wouldn't be the first bloke that made bloke. Thanks, guys. Good on you.
Oh, boy.
Are you terrified or turned on?
Look, that's the crossover, Sarah, let me tell you. Wow. Okay.